Yo, super easy, super simple graffiti talking effect. That's basically it. Thanks for watching. Leave a tutorial idea in the comment section below. I'm running out of ideas. Follow my Instagram like always. Alright, peace out later. Okay, first thing, you're going to want to have your picture in your timeline. Once you do that, it's super easy. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to mask the ellipse. So select your clip, go to the effect controls, and click on the opacity tab, this little pen tool. And since we can't really get a good mask around the lips because it's kind of too far away, go to the left, bottom left, where it says fit. Just change that to 150 or any number that makes you just have a good close-up. You're going to want to mask out the lips, the entire lips, not the top and bottom just yet. Just bear with me here as we do that. Now you can keep the feather, it just helps sell the effect more. Now over here on the left, under your opacity tab, mask, click on inverted. Now you just have a black hole, which is what we want. Okay, so the next thing is you're going to want to copy this mask, and whole clip actually. So hold Alt and drag your clip up to a second track. Now you want to select your top clip. I'm going to click on mask, and then I'm just going to uncheck inverted. So now we have the lips back. Now the reason we did this is because we want a coherent mask during the whole effect, so it's not all changing and whatnot. So I'm just gonna change these bottom points only, and I'm gonna move them up to where the lips kind of meet. And now, since there's a lot of different cracks in the lips, I'm just gonna add a few points so it meets the graffiti. Okay, so now if you look, we'll have a top lip. So now we'll just do the same thing what we did with the bottom lip. So hold Alt, drag the top lip up, we'll make a copy, go back to the mask, and then now you'll just need to change the points. It's instead of the bottom this time, but on the top, we're going to change the points. Let me go back, change the points, and then just move them down. And then now we should try to get a somewhat good looking mask. Just like that. Let me scroll this down. Just like that. And now the feather will save us on this mask, so it doesn't look all bad. And then now we have all of our layers that we need. So now it's just the syncing of the lips. Most of you are probably going to do this to a song for your music videos, but I can't do that, so I'm going to make my own. So let me record this real fast. Something, right? Now I said those weird because I'll show you in a second. So let me change this so I don't blow your guys' eardrums out. Okay, something. So now playing it back, I start the word right here right in front of this waveform. I'm gonna make a marker, something, and then I end the word right here. So I'm gonna make another marker, and obviously from the waveform, I start the word here, something, and end the word right here. So what I like to do is I like to cut the clips per marker. So I'm going to lock the bottom layers just so I don't cut it and our project's more clean. I'm going to select our razor tool here. I'm going to hold shift at where my cursor is on the first marker. I'm going to click it. It's going to cut all of the clips. I'm going to go to the second marker and do that, and then just do that for all the markers. And now that's all the clips we need, so I'm just going to clean this up a little bit so you guys can see what's going on. So I like doing this just so it's easier to animate it. So I'm going to select our top clip now, and this should be the bottom lip. So it's easy. All we need to do is go to the effect controls. On this position, just keyframe that at the start. Go anywhere in the middle, and then just move the Y position to the right for it to move down, since it is our bottom lip and that's how lips move. I'm going to go to the end of the first clip, which is right here, the second marker, and I'm just going to click this little reset button. Once I do that, let me mute this so you can see the lip moves down. Now paired with this, with the top lip moving up, I'm going to do the same thing. Select my second lip, keyframe the position, go to the middle, move it up a little bit, go to the end, and reset the parameter, and then now we have a mouth moving. Now the reason I like to measure it by markers and not just replace the effect, is because I said this something lasted super long and this something lasted super short. So it just gives it a more realistic feel, if that makes sense. So now I'm gonna do this again. Select the top clip, keyframe the position, move the Y down a little bit, go back to the end, reset, go to the second clip, keyframe the position, go to the middle, move the Y up, go to the end, reset it. So now if I turn my audio back on, something, you can see the second keyframe is much faster and looks more realistic. You can also mess with the temporal interpolations for the keyframes just by right clicking it, and you can usually use these two, audio bezier, continuous bezier, or easy in. That's good too. I'm just gonna change it to continuous bezier, and doing that will give it a smoother animation and then just sell the effect more. Something. And that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching. Leave a tutorial idea in the comments. I'm running out of ideas super fast. So thanks for watching, Premiere people, and catch you later. What up, Vegas people? Alright, let's not waste any time. So you're going to want to have 3 video tracks for this. 1, 2, 3. First thing you want to do is you're going to mask out the bottom layer. So pan and crop. Click this little mask button. It'll bring up your mask tool. Click this little pen tool, and we're gonna want to mask around the whole entire mouth or the lips. And a lot of people think you should do one lip, but that's not how you should do it. All right. So once you mask out the lips, just go over to the path and click negative. So now we have just a black mouth, which will help sell the effect. So now you need to copy this layer. So hold Control, drag it up. This will be your second layer. Go back to the pan and crop with the top layer selected. Click that. Make sure you're on the same keyframe you made, and I'll delete the first one. Now I'm going to highlight all the bottom points. So I'm going to select this point and hold Shift, and now I'm going to hold Control and then just move these points up. Or actually, I'm just going to move them up. My bad. So I'm just going to move these points up. Now the reason I did that is because this will keep a coherent mask for your whole effect, just so your masks don't look different. So, sorry, go back to the pan crop. So once you have the top lip masked, go back to the path and the mode, change it to positive. So now you have a top lip. So now you want to do it again. So hold Control, drag the top lip up, go back to the pan and crop, and you want to do the same thing what you just did, except highlight all the top points this time. So highlighting the top points, holding and just dragging them down to the bottom lip. Now you can add points, which you probably need to, by just adjusting a little bit by clicking this little pen anchor deletion tool, or maybe anchor creation tool, and just adding a point and just making a better lip. But don't go too crazy, just keep doing that. Okay, so now we have a top and bottom lip. So now you're going to need some audio. A lot of you are going to be using music for your music videos, but I can't do that, so I'm going to make one. And I'm just going to do like 2 words, so I'm going to just record something. Okay. Something. Okay, so we're going to use these last 2 ones, because I know each of these little waveforms right here is a different word. So I'm just going to make a marker at the beginning of the waveform, marker at the end of the waveform, marker in the beginning, marker at the end. So each odd number, 1 and 3, are going to be the start of a word, and 2 and 4 are going to be the end of the word. So let me scroll up a little bit. So I'm just going to split all my clips at the markers. I think I could have just highlighted them all. How does Vegas work? Okay, and then split the clip. Yes, alright. So the reason I did that is because it'll just be easier to animate it. So now all you need to do is just animate the pan and crop. So at the beginning of the first clip, which should be our bottom lip, I'm going to select pan and crop. I'm going to click on the position tab. Now I'm going to lower this window just so we can see what we're doing. Okay, now when you do this, you want to make sure this little sync cursor is selected. You're going to want to just move in the middle of the clip you just made, and then since it's the bottom lip, you want to move it down just slightly like this, and then at the end go back, and then I like to just go back to default. So now if you look at it, something bottom clip should move like that, or the bottom lip I should say. Now some people just do that and it already gives off a pretty good effect, but I like to go the extra mile and do the top lip. So I'm going to do that for the top lip as well. Go back to position, and I'm going to go to the middle and move it up slightly, and then go back to the end of the clip. You see where I'm clicking right here at the marker. Go back and then just pressing default. So now if you look, the top lip is moving as well. So now we have a whole animation. Now I just thought about this, but you can probably duplicate the animation so you don't have to keep reanimating it, but then it won't give it a realistic look in actually different words, because you see how this something is longer than this something. Just a little extra food for thought. So now you just want to do it for this something, and then we'll be done with the effect. So I'm gonna go in the middle and move it down a little bit, just like that. Move it at the end, default, just like that, and then go back to the second clip, pan and crop, position, move, go back, go to the middle, move this up a little bit, go back to the end, default. There we go. Now let me bring this audio down, and then we'll watch what we just made. Okay, something. Bring it down again. Okay, so now this is what we just made. Something. So you see how it went faster on the second time. That's what gives it the realistic look. I guess you can also keyframe this, or change this keyframe from your positions from linear to maybe slow or fast. It'll probably give it more look, or probably smooth would give it the best look. So I'm just gonna change that. I'm gonna change all the middle ones to smooth, because right now it was looking too robotic-y. And go back and then change that to smooth again, and smooth one more time. There we go. So now if you look at it, something. There we go, and it looks more realistic, you should say. Thanks for watching, guys. Give me ideas for my next tutorial. I'm running out of ideas. Thanks for watching. Follow my Instagram. Later.